What's going on, folks? How you doing today? Today we're going to talk about trucks. It's all about the trucks. Buying a used truck versus buying a new truck. And that might just surprise you. It did me. A lot of people says, you know, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole where I buy a new truck and it's costing me $3,000 a month. I'd like to be able to take some time off. You know, I get it. I've always said that too. But when you really dive into some numbers, you see some different things. Numbers start telling you a different story. And I can price some high dollar value numbers here, which I'm going to use as my cheat sheet. And the first numbers we're going to talk about is my numbers. My numbers on this truck. The truck that I currently drive, OLMA, she's a 2014 Kenworth W900L. She's got the ISX in her, 500 horsepower, 1850 torque, back with an 18 speed. It's a really nice truck. I picked this truck up in a down market and I got a great deal on it for $80,000. Actually it's $79,000, so anyway. Also, I got a great deal on an interest rate with my financing. I'm financed at 5.6% interest, so that's another awesome deal. But me personally, with this truck, my truck payment is $1,145. That's right, $1,145. And that backs up what I'm always telling people, you know, keep a truck payment under $1,500 a month. That way your monthly obligation is low in case some stuff arises. It's easier to come up with $1,100, $1,200, $1,500 truck payment in a matter of days versus a $3,000 truck payment. Because let's be real, this is trucking, so things are going to happen. I went over my numbers from last year and I broke down what I spent on maintenance as far as oil changes, tires, brakes, shocks. Well, not brakes, not there yet, but all the other stuff. Last year I had a combined total of $11,850, which if you break that down monthly comes to $987.50. Now, if you take that $987 and you attach it to that truck payment of $1,145, it comes up to $2,132. So at the end of the day, on a monthly average now, it's costing me $2,132 to drive this truck down the road. Still pretty decent. Still pretty decent. Just wait till I get a little further here. Now, as I'm always recommending, $1,500 or less. Now, if you go buy a late model truck, this is 2019, so I would advise, if that was me looking again, I'd be looking for a 16 model, 2017 model, something with 400,000 miles or less. If it goes over a little bit, you know, that's okay too. But, you know, you want that area, 400,000 mile range, low or under 400,000 miles. And you want a truck payment that's $1,500 a month or less. Now, based on what a lot of people have told me that I've talked to over the last few years, it's pretty safe to say that most people, average owner-op, spends on an average now $20,000 a year on maintenance. Now again, if you break that down into a monthly payment, $20,000 broken down over the course of a year on a monthly comes to $1,660. Now if you take that same $1,500 truck payment, for the sake of this example, $1,500 truck payment, and you add that $1,600 a month maintenance, you're looking at $3,100. Either way you cut it, either way you slice it, you're looking at $3,100 a month to keep that late model used truck going up and down the road that you do not have warranty on, that you have a lot of components that is getting worn. It is what it is. So yeah, this is kind of changing my whole theory about things, because now I'm starting to lean towards new equipment. If you're in a position to get new equipment, I'm thinking new equipment's where it's at, and here's why. Now I figured the number at $140,000. Now if I want another pimped out hood truck, I'm gonna be up in the $170,000 bracket, $180,000 bracket. But I'm not sure what the prices are, but I'm gonna go with $140. They might be 150 if you get just a regular old Freightliner or Volvo or Cascade International, or even a Mack. I'm not sure what the prices are, but for the sake of this video and example, we're going to stick with 140,000. And I also ran the numbers with the interest rate that I've got on my truck, because I'm the one that filled out the numbers, and I want to know what it's going to do, what the numbers is going to look like if I get a new truck. So at $140,000 for the truck, for a 5-year note at 5.6% interest rate, it comes to a monthly payment of $26.80. So a new truck could actually be less than a used truck rolling up and down the road. Because here's the deal: you buy a new truck, maintenance is not really a big necessity. Yeah, you still need to bank up some money. You never know what's going to happen. But you buy a new truck, you've got new tires, you've got new brakes, you've got new everything. And if anything on that truck is to fail, you're under warranty. You're under warranty. I'm pretty sure they got like a 100,000 mile bumper to bumper, anything. It could be anything on the truck. It's covered. Brakes mess up, it's covered. I'm pretty sure the engine goes up to 250 to 350 to even 500,000 mile warranties, depending on what you purchase. But it's safe to say, if you go a new truck and you can get in it today, it's a safe bet you're going to get a good 400,000 miles out of that truck before you have any issues. Because here's where the numbers come into play. You know why the mega carriers, they trade the trucks in at 400,000 miles? Because that's when the warranty runs out. That's when that truck is going to start costing you some money. So based on that math, I'm going to tell you right now, you buy a new truck, you're golden until 400,000 miles, or at least until the warranty runs out. And by the time the warranty runs out, you should have enough bankroll to take care of anything. Also, another thing, you should be able to have your truck paid for. So here's another thing I look at with used trucks versus new trucks. When I bought this truck here, it had 428,000 miles on it. And I came in the gate owing $80,000 on it. Well, not technically. I came in the gate, I put $10,000 down, I financed $69,000. So I came in the gate owing $69,000 on a truck that had 428,000 miles on it, and a truck with no warranty, and a truck that was daggum near 500,000 miles of worn components. So it's that, or you get a new truck, and by the time you get 428,000 miles on it, done properly, that truck will be paid off. So even if it is worn equipment by then, you shouldn't have a monthly payment. And not to mention, if you get a truck, you buy it new, you know the history of that vehicle. If you change your oil every 18 to 19,000 miles, you know it. If you baby your footer on the throttle through all the gears, you know it. How you drive that truck is all you. And just, you know what I'm saying, you take care of the truck from day one, I think you can easily put 1 million miles on it. That's just my opinion. Actually, I think you can go further than that, because you know a lot of these guys are getting these used trucks that's been well over their oil intervals for 300,000-400,000 miles. Then they get the truck and then they start taking care of it, and they still push it over 1 million miles. So imagine how a truck's gonna perform if you get it brand new. Just saying. Now you do get that brand new truck, you've got warranty. You're covered there. You've got new components, new everything on the truck. There's nothing worn. Heck, even the seats new. I need a new seat, by the way. I'm thinking next month I'm gonna buy a new seat. I think I'm gonna go with a Legacy. I think so. I've been sitting in them, been trying them out. But anyway, yeah, next month I think I'm gonna get a seat, and then a month after that I'm gonna get a matching seat over here. Anyway, getting off topic here. This is all about trucks. So yeah, I just gave you the idea of my opinion on trucks. You know, my numbers. Hold on a minute. Got a car on the shoulder. Yep. Well, a truck. I'll pick them up, truck. Speed up. Thank you there, big truck. Appreciate you. Okay, I gave you my numbers on what it cost me to run this truck based on my last year's numbers. And I compared that to going and getting a late model truck at $1,500 and less, and using on an average what people spend per month, per year on a used late model equipment, and put that versus a brand new truck. I think it's easy to see why I'm starting to lean towards new equipment. I mean, it just makes sense, guys, and we're all about make sense around here. If it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. But if it don't make sense, then why are you doing it? So it continues. I've still got the bug for a new truck. Catch you in that next video. See you. Bye.